You know the feeling. You finally drift into sleep, only to find yourself waking in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling at 2:30 a.m., wondering why your body refuses to stay in rest mode. For many seniors, this is the most frustrating part of nighttime. Falling asleep isn't always the problem, staying asleep is. And while we often blame stress, hormones, or the aging process, one overlooked factor could be right in front of you, or more accurately, right on your nightstand. We've been told for decades that water is the best thing to drink for our health, and it is for many purposes. But what if I told you that drinking plain water right before bed could actually be making your sleep shallower, your nights more interrupted, and your mornings more fatigued? This doesn't mean you should stop hydrating. Far from it. It means understanding that at night, your body needs more than just hydration. It needs nourishment for your nervous system, fuel for your sleep chemistry, and support for your hormones. The truth is, your brain and body do their most important work while you sleep. They repair muscles, consolidate memories, restore energy, and reset your immune system. And these processes require specific nutrients that plain water doesn't provide. In fact, research shows that what you drink in the hour before sleep can directly affect how quickly you fall into deep sleep and how well you stay there. If you wake often, it's not just because your mind is restless, it's because your body hasn't been given the tools to stay in rest mode. Tonight, I'm going to introduce you to a drink that can replace your plain glass of water and instead actively signal your body to relax, quiet your mind, and stay asleep longer. It's not a pharmaceutical, not a sugary hot chocolate, not a trendy powder. It's a simple, science-backed combination of natural ingredients that work with your biology to restore the kind of deep, uninterrupted sleep you remember from years ago. Imagine this. You take a few warm sips before bed, feeling the gentle comfort spread through your chest. Your muscles begin to loosen, your heart rate steadies, your mind quiets, and instead of waking in the early hours with a racing mind or a full bladder, you find yourself opening your eyes at sunrise, realizing you've just had your first full night of restorative sleep in months. That's the difference a targeted nighttime drink can make. We'll get there. But first, you need to understand why this problem becomes so common after 60 and why the solution needs to be as much about chemistry as it is about comfort. Sleep changes with age and not always for the better. By the time you're in your 60s, as your body produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep, the peaks of this hormone at night are lower and shorter, meaning you may still fall asleep easily, but your body doesn't maintain that sleep lock for as many hours. On top of that, your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, can shift earlier, making you feel sleepy sooner in the evening, but also causing you to wake in the pre-dawn hours. Hormones play a bigger role than most people realize. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, should be low at night and rise toward morning. But in many seniors, cortisol levels stay elevated into the night due to stress, inflammation, or poor blood sugar control. This can jolt you awake at 2 or 3 a.m., leaving you alert when you should be in deep, slow-wave sleep. And then there's the bladder factor, a frequent culprit. As we age, bladder capacity can decrease, and the urge to urinate may come more easily, even when the bladder isn't full. Drinking large amounts of plain water right before bed can increase nighttime bathroom trips, breaking up your sleep cycle. Digestive changes also matter. The stomach empties more slowly, and certain drinks, like those with caffeine, carbonation, or high sugar, can cause discomfort that disturbs sleep. Even healthy herbal teas can sometimes be diuretic, making bladder wake-ups more likely. Another hidden influence is the nervous system. With age, the balance between the fight or flight sympathetic system and the rest and digest parasympathetic system can shift toward the former, especially in those with chronic stress or pain. This makes it harder to fully relax into deep sleep and easier to wake up from it. Finally, there's inflammation, low-grade chronic inflammation common with arthritis, Cardiovascular disease and other age conditions can subtly disrupt sleep by increasing nighttime pain signals and interfering with sleep architecture. All of this paints a clear picture. Seniors aren't just losing sleep because they can't switch off. They're losing sleep because their body's internal chemistry, hormone patterns, and nighttime comfort cues have shifted. The good news is that the right nighttime drink can address many of these issues at once, calming the nervous system, supporting melatonin production, reducing nighttime inflammation, and minimizing bladder irritation. This is why the solution isn't as simple as drinking less water at night. It's about replacing plain water with a warm, nutrient-rich beverage that actively supports deep, uninterrupted sleep. And in the next sections, we'll talk about the science of deep sleep and the exact recipe that can transform your nights from restless to restorative. Deep sleep is not just a stage in the night. It is the body's repair workshop, a sacred window of time when the brain, muscles, immune system, and even your heart work together to restore balance. In scientific terms, deep sleep is called slow wave sleep. During this stage, your brain waves slow down to their lowest frequency, your muscles fully relax, your breathing steadies, and your heart rate drops. This is the point in the night when your body shifts into full restoration mode. One of the most fascinating processes during deep sleep is the activation of the lymphatic system, your brain's cleanup crew. It works like a nighttime janitor, flushing out waste products and toxins that accumulate during the day. Without enough deep sleep, these waste products linger, leaving you groggy, foggy, and more prone to long-term cognitive decline for the muscles. Deep sleep is the peak of protein synthesis, the process of repairing and rebuilding muscle fibers. This is critical for seniors because muscle recovery naturally slows with age. Without adequate deep sleep, you may experience persistent soreness, weakness, and slower reaction times. Your legs in particular rely on this nightly repair to maintain strength, stability, and coordination. There's also a hormonal symphony playing in the background. Human growth hormone, HGH, is secreted in pulses during deep sleep, stimulating tissue repair, supporting bone health, and even helping your skin regenerate. At the same time, cortisol levels, the stress hormone, drop, allowing your nervous system to shift into the rest and digest mode that fosters healing. But here's the catch. Deep sleep isn't guaranteed. Stress, poor diet, pain, and even dehydration can shorten or fragment this stage. And when you wake up during the night, your body often has to cycle all the way through lighter sleep stages before returning to deep sleep, if it returns at all. This means every wake up robs you of precious restoration time. That's why the drink we'll discuss later is so powerful. It's not just about falling asleep quickly. It's about helping you stay in deep, uninterrupted sleep so your body can complete its nightly repair mission. By calming the nervous system, supporting melatonin production, and reducing inflammatory signals, this drink acts as a silent partner in your body's healing process. Water is essential for life. Every cell in your body depends on it. But when it comes to nighttime hydration, plain water has a limitation. It hydrates, but it does not nourish or calm. Drinking a large glass of water right before bed can even work against you, triggering more frequent bathroom trips that break up your sleep cycle. For seniors, this issue is magnified. The bladder becomes more sensitive, and even a modest amount of water can lead to nocturia, waking up to urinate. Each time this happens, you lose not only minutes of sleep, but also disrupt the deep sleep cycles your body desperately needs for repair. Water also lacks the specific compounds your body uses to trigger sleep pathways. It doesn't contain magnesium to relax tense muscles, tryptophan to help your body produce serotonin and melatonin, or calming plant compounds to quiet the mind. It's like trying to build a house with only bricks but no mortar. You have one part of the equation but not the rest. In contrast, a functional nighttime beverage can hydrate you while also delivering sleep-promoting nutrients. Warm liquids in particular, herbal infusions, mineral-rich broths, or plant-based milk blends have an additional calming effect. They gently raise your body temperature, which then naturally drops as you lie down, signaling to your brain that it's time to sleep. This thermal cue is a subtle but powerful part of sleep initiation. The drink we're building toward takes this concept a step further. It not only avoids ingredients that might disrupt sleep, like caffeine or high sugar, but also contains elements that actively signal the body to shift into a restorative state. Think of it as a targeted delivery system for your sleep chemistry, hydration, relaxation, and hormonal support all in one. This is why I tell my patients, water during the day, yes. Functional, nutrient-rich hydration at night, absolutely. The shift from plain water to a purpose-built bedtime drink can be the difference between waking up tired and waking up truly refreshed. Now that we understand the science, let's talk about the star of the show, the drink that can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. This is not a one-hit wonder or a fad recipe. It's built on evidence, physiology, and centuries of natural medicine tradition, tailored for the needs of seniors who value both comfort and results. The base of this drink is a warm, magnesium-rich herbal infusion. Magnesium is a mineral your body uses for hundreds of biochemical reactions, including muscle relaxation, nerve calming, and the production of melatonin. In the evening, magnesium signals your muscles to loosen their grip and your nervous system to shift into a restful state. While you can take it as a supplement, I like to incorporate it into a drink because the warmth itself adds an extra calming effect. To this base, we add chamomile tea, a gentle, time-tested herb that contains apigenin, a natural compound that binds to receptors in your brain to quiet overactive thoughts. Chamomile doesn't sedate you like a sleeping pill would. Instead, it gently lowers the volume on mental chatter so your brain can naturally slip into deeper stages of sleep. The third ingredient is tart cherry juice, just a small splash. Tart cherries are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin. Adding them to your drink increases your body's melatonin availability right when it needs it most, about 30-45 minutes before you sleep. This supports not just falling asleep, but also staying asleep through the night. Finally, for those who enjoy a richer bedtime drink, you can use a warm plant-based milk such as almond or oat milk instead of water for your chamomile infusion. Plant-based milks naturally contain small amounts of tryptophan, the amino acid your body converts into serotonin and melatonin. This creates a gentle cascade, warmth, relaxation, melatonin boost, and nervous system calm, all in one cup. The magic here is in the synergy. Each ingredient addresses a different piece of the sleep puzzle. Magnesium for muscles, chamomile for the mind, tart cherry for melatonin, and plant-based milk for the hormonal building blocks of sleep. Together, they create a layered effect that goes beyond hydration. This is functional nourishment for restorative rest. The preparation is as important as the ingredients because timing and ritual amplify the effect. Here's how I recommend making it part of your evening routine. Step 1, choose your base. Decide if you prefer a lighter drink, chamomile infusion in water, or a richer one, chamomile infusion in warm plant-based milk. Either way, start by heating 8-10 ounces of your chosen liquid until it's hot but not boiling, around 160 to 170 DGF. Too hot and you risk destroying some of the delicate compounds in chamomile and tart cherry. Step 2, infuse the chamomile. Add 1-2 teaspoons of loose chamomile flowers or a chamomile tea bag to your hot liquid. Let it steep for at least 5-7 minutes for maximum extraction of apigenin. If you're using loose chamomile, strain it before the next step. Step 3, add magnesium. If you're using a powdered magnesium supplement, magnesium glycinate works beautifully. Stir it in now. It will dissolve easily in warm liquid. The warmth enhances the absorption and starts the calming process even before you finish your cup. Step 4, add tart cherry juice. Once your chamomile tea or infusion has cooled slightly to a warm sipping temperature, add 1-2 tablespoons of tart cherry juice. You don't need much. This isn't about making a fruity drink, but about delivering a concentrated melatonin boost without excess sugar. Step 5, optional calming enhancers for added anti-inflammatory benefits. Sprinkle in a pinch of turmeric and a dash of cinnamon. Turmeric's curcumin helps quiet inflammation, while cinnamon supports blood sugar stability, both of which can improve nighttime rest. Step 6, sip slowly and mindfully. The act of drinking this should feel like part of your wind down process. Take slow sips, feeling the warmth move through your chest and into your belly. This isn't just a beverage, it's a physiological signal to your nervous system that the day is ending. Timing. Drink it 30-45 minutes before bed. This window aligns with the natural rise of melatonin in your body and gives enough time for the calming compounds to enter your bloodstream before your head hits the pillow. Pairing with a routine as you drink, dim the lights and reduce noise around you, avoid screens. The blue light will counteract melatonin production. Gentle stretching or light breathing exercises during or after your drink can deepen the calming effect. When done consistently, this drink becomes more than just a recipe. It becomes a nightly ritual your body learns to associate with deep restorative sleep. Over time, you may find yourself not only falling asleep more quickly, but also staying in deep sleep longer, waking refreshed, steady, and ready for your day. Even the most effective bedtime drink works best when it's supported by a sleep-friendly environment and a calming pre-bed routine. Think of it like planting seeds in fertile soil. The drink provides the nutrients, but the right habits give those nutrients the best chance to work. Start by looking at your bedroom environment. Temperature is one of the biggest influences on sleep quality. A cool room around 65, 68 DEG, F18, 20 DEC helps signal to your brain that it's nighttime and encourages melatonin production. If your bedroom feels stuffy, use a fan or open a window slightly to improve airflow. Soft, breathable bedding and a supportive pillow can also reduce nighttime discomfort and tossing. Next, consider light exposure. Our bodies are hardwired to respond to light cues, and even small amounts of artificial light at night can interfere with melatonin release. About an hour before bed, dim the lights and, if possible, switch to warm amber tone bulbs. Avoid exposure to blue light from phones, tablets, or TVs during this time. If you must use screens, enable night mode or wear blue light Euclid glasses. Pair your nighttime drink with gentle movement. A short stretching session, focusing on your legs, hips, and lower back, can release tension and improve circulation. This primes your muscles to relax and makes it easier for your nervous system to shift from active mode to rest mode. Simple moves like seated forward bends, calf stretches, or lying spinal twists can make a big difference. Breathing exercises are another powerful addition. Slow, deep breathing, for example, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, exhaling for 6, signals the vagus nerve to activate the parasympathetic rest and digest system. This slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and creates a wave of calm that complements the effects of your drink. For some people, mindset rituals help lock in the signal that it's time for rest. This could be writing in a gratitude journal, reading a few pages of a calming book, or listening to soft instrumental music. The idea is to create a mental bridge from the busyness of the day to the stillness of night. When you combine these rituals with your functional nighttime drink, you're stacking multiple sleep-promoting factors on top of one another. Over time, your body begins to associate this sequence, dim lights, stretching, warm drink, deep breathing, with deep, uninterrupted rest. It becomes a learned response, making it easier to fall and stay asleep, even during stressful times. Imagine this. It's morning, sunlight streams softly into your bedroom, and you realize you've slept through the entire night. No tossing, no staring at the ceiling, no endless trips to the bathroom. You stand up, feeling steady on your feet, your mind clear and focused, your legs feel strong, your energy is steady, and you're ready for the day ahead. That's the gift of deep restorative sleep. And it's a gift you can give yourself starting tonight. Too many people over 60 accept interrupted sleep as an unavoidable part of aging.